Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica and this is Unite Inside, and we help people unite with all the parts inside of them. And in this video, we have a very amazing topic to talk about, which is self-respect. I'm going to talk about what self-respect really is, what can you do, what are the obstacles that are in the way between you and being able to respect yourself, and what are some steps that you can take to become somebody that respects themselves. Okay, and so let's begin. Self-respect is a very important, um, skill that you have to have if you want to have a good life, because everything in life really depends on whether you respect yourself or not. If you are somebody that is constantly aligning with things that are not really, um, you know, beneficial to you, they're not really whatever you want, they're not really exactly what you want, it could be because you don't respect your own desires. You don't respect what you truly want, okay? And if you're somebody that can be with people or can be in relationships that are toxic, where people are maybe trying to gain power, maybe trying to abuse you and not treat you very well, if you're that kind of person, then you must practice self respect, okay? This is something that you must develop. And I want to tell you that as kids, we are always respecting ourselves. We always have self respect. It's something that's natural because it indicates that we consider ourselves, okay? And so the moment we wake up to life, which means that the moment we are born, we become very, very tuned in with ourselves, with our feelings, with our desires, and with everything, okay? But if you were a kid and you had a parent, for example, that used to always prioritize their needs and their desires and their feelings, uh, and they made you feel like your feelings and your desires and who you are is not as important, then you're maybe gonna start to develop um, a different kind of coping mechanism to cope with this fact that you're not being respected, okay? And it's gonna be by giving up on yourself, by giving up on your feelings, by giving up on your desires. So basically, you always give up on yourself. You have this people pleasing tactic where you put other people above yourself and above your needs, okay? And if that's what you do, you have to know why you do it. In this video, I'm going to explain to you why you do it. So basically, you do it because you don't have um you actually feel unworthy, okay? You feel like you don't deserve to get what you want. You feel like you don't deserve to express yourself so that you can get what you want to begin with, okay? You think that other people are more important than you. That's basically your core belief. And your excuse to why other people are better than you is basically because you're not good enough, because you're not, um, so basically you don't deserve it because you're not good enough. You have to know that this is the core belief that you're dealing with here, is that you feel like you're not good enough. So to respect yourself is to consider yourself, which means that you have to be very tuned in with yourself, and whatever doesn't make you feel comfortable, if you feel discomfort or if you feel like you need anything, you can basically meet that need for yourself because you think that you deserve to be comfortable, because you think that you deserve to be happy, because you think that you deserve peace. That if you're somebody that has became that has gotten into the point where you don't care about yourself as much, where if you're cold you don't try to like help yourself to be warmer, if you're hot you don't help yourself to be, like warm, whatever. Okay, what I'm saying with this, I know this is a very um easy example, like this is a very simple example, but what I'm saying with this is when you don't consider yourself, things like that, like when you're cold or whatever, you don't take care of your needs, okay? You have this habit of giving up on yourself, and that's the habit that you have developed as a kid out of fear of rejection, out of fear of not getting what you want. Basically, instead of just going for what you want, instead of just trusting that you can get what you want, you don't do that, and so you sabotage yourself by staying in relationships that aren't in alignment with you, by accepting the bare minimum, by tolerating things that are very bad and don't really feel good to you. This is your pattern. And when you tolerate things that are not good, it's because of fear. You're afraid that if you like say a boundary, or if you say that I don't want to experience this anymore, that you might not get what you want. And so basically we're afraid that you might not be worthy. It's a fear of not being worthy. Actually, it's not necessarily thinking that you're not worthy, but it's basically like it's like a belief that you might be unworthy, and so you try to protect yourself from discovering that you're unworthy. So how does that work? It's basically like not allowing yourself to actually find the right person and staying with someone that's not the right person, because you don't think that if you because you think that if you leave them, or if you set a boundary with them and they refuse to give you what you want, then you have to be with them, or no one else will give you what you want. You have this belief that if you do leave, that you might not get what you want, you might not find what you want. It might be impossible to find what you want because of a lot of beliefs that you have. You're not good enough, you're too much, you're too needy, you're a burden, you're bad. There are a lot of belief systems that you can have, that you have right now, that stop you from feeling worthy to express your needs, for you to feel like you're respecting yourself. Okay? And so let me give you right now a tip that you can use if you don't know how to, if you don't know the reason why you are in this pattern. So I need you to get a pen and a paper and write down the reason why you are not worthy of what you want. Okay? The reason why you don't think that you deserve it. So is it because you don't have what it takes? Is it because you're somebody that don't have the right resources? Is it because you're not good enough? Is it because you're a bad person? Is it because what you want is bad, or wanting things is selfish? Whatever belief that you have, okay? Is it because what you want is too much, or that like it's too shameful? Can it be too embarrassing to ask for your emotional needs, for example? Do you feel embarrassed asking for emotional needs? Do you feel like maybe people will judge you? Maybe the people will judge you as weak, or as like, what are you doing? Why are you expressing an emotion? Whatever it is, know that that is the obstacle that's stopping you from actually becoming somebody that respects themselves. Because somebody that respects themselves, they respect everything inside of them, including their feelings, their emotions, their fears, their um, like uh, their desires, their wants, their needs. They respect everything inside of them. Okay? And so if you're somebody that doesn't know how to do that, and instead you judge your feelings that are like your like, for example, if you feel like something hurts, maybe you feel very vulnerable. And so when you feel vulnerable, you feel like people are going to judge you. You feel like people are going to say that you are not, you are just like shameful, or what are you talking about? What are you expressing? People are going to make fun of you for expressing a certain feeling. People are going to tell you, why are you getting hurt by this thing? You have to just man up, or you have to just grow up, or whatever it is. But people that respect themselves, as I said, they respect all of themselves, including their feelings. And so you need to respect your feelings, because your feelings are valid, they are a part of you. And I want to tell you something, feelings are like messengers. Whenever you have a feeling, I want to tell you that it's definitely telling you something valuable about yourself. Let me give you an example. If you feel shame, the feeling of shame, even though it might not be helpful, it's telling you something valuable. It's telling you that you're judging yourself, that you having high expectations of yourself. Whenever we feel shame, it's because we think that we're supposed to be a certain way. Okay? Like when you feel shame for having feelings, you're expecting yourself to not have feelings, basically. And most of these, or to be strong. And most of these feelings and expectations that make us feel ashamed, which is literally what shame is having high expectations of yourself. Um, they're not helpful when they're unrealistic a lot of times. And so when you feel an unrealistic, um, expectation coming up, that's what it's telling you. The shame is telling you that you have a high, unrealistic expectation of yourself that you have to look at and you have to release. Okay? so that you can experience the opposite of shame, which is acceptance. Okay? Same for guilt. If you feel guilt coming up, you'll know that this feeling is telling you that you're judging yourself as bad. You're putting a label on yourself that whatever you did, whatever you just did, means that you're bad, means that you're a bad person. And we are not a bad person. We're never bad. We always have reasons why we do the things that we do, which means that when you feel like you're bad, it's just a sign that you're not understanding yourself. It's a sign of lack of compassion towards yourself. And so this guilt is showing you that you're not having enough enough empathy for yourself, enough compassion for yourself. And so basically, when I do something wrong or something that's not really right, because I'm feeling a certain way, whatever it is, but I judge myself as bad and I tell myself that I am bad for that, then I feel guilty. And that guilt is actually not true because, like, um, I meant to say that, like, feeling bad, we're never bad. We're never bad. We always have reasons why we do the things that we do. Okay? Even people that hurt people, even people that hurt other people, they are, they have like a lower kind of consciousness. Okay? And so they think that what they're doing is serving them. They are doing it from a place of like hurt. No one will ever do something bad from a place of like alignment. Always people that do things that are bad, it's always coming from an insecurity. It's always coming from a deep hurt that we have. Like, for example, people that are jealous, that might want to put you down. Those people that are putting you down, they're feeling jealous. They're coming from insecurity. They're coming from feelings of hurt, feeling like you're better than them. And so when someone feels like you're better than them, they want to put you down so that they can feel better about themselves. But even though the whole thing is not good, it's not good to put people down. I'm not giving them excuses. Yes, they are an adult that can set boundaries with themselves. They're an adult that can do better, of course. But all I'm saying here, I'm trying to show you that it's coming from hurt still. So if they just give themselves empathy and compassion for their hurt, they are not going to have to put you down. Because if you give yourself love, that, hey, I understand that you feel jealous right now. I understand that you feel like other people are better than you, like you're small. And if you give yourself love, the more you give yourself love, the more you give yourself empathy, the less likely you are to do something bad, okay? To put other people down because you feel validated from within. You feel good. You feel like you're not alone because you are with yourself, because you are supporting yourself, okay? And so what I mean with this is feeling guilty for doing something bad is not the way to help yourself to stop doing that thing that you do. Okay, to help yourself to stop doing it is to give yourself empathy, is to try to deal with the pain that caused you to want to hurt other people. Okay, when you do that, that's how you do the work. And once you feel better about yourself, you're not going to feel the need to hurt other people that are outside of you. Okay, this is how to do shadow work. This is how to heal yourself. This is how to help yourself. And so, what I mean with this is when you feel guilt isn't necessarily something that you like something um it's not like uh it's not beneficial for you if you feel guilt. It's not good to feel guilt, okay? But it's telling you that you need to have more empathy for yourself. So the guilt is giving you a message that, hey, stop what you're doing. You have to have empathy for your pain because there is pain here that you're not seeing and you're judging yourself as bad. Okay, there is no person on this earth that's bad. That label is not true. Okay, there's only hurt people that are hurting other people. There's only hurt people that are acting and behaving from a hurt place. Okay, and once you can step back and see that you're behaving from a hurt place, then you can love that hurt. Then you can try to heal it and repair it, and then you're not going to have to hurt other people, and you're not going to have to feel all that guilt because you have healed it and you're not going to have to repeat the same behavior over and over. So, what I mean with all of this is that feelings are messengers, okay? They're telling you something. Let's talk about fear. What is fear telling us? Fear tells us all the time that we don't have faith, that we are distrusting, in ourselves, in our gut, in our guidance system. The moment we feel fear, it's a sign that we're not trusting ourselves. So whenever you feel fear, know that it's a sign that you're not trusting yourself. Immediately understand that you have to reconnect with your gut feeling. You have to reconnect with your intuition and re-establish the relationship that you have with your intuition, okay? By trusting in it more. So that means that you have to have more faith. Feelings always tell us and always direct us into the right, um, like the right way for us. So feelings are always telling us what we're doing wrong or what we're doing right, whatever path that we are on. If we are feeling guilt and shame and fear, that means that we're not on the right path. And that is directing us into what the right path is. Okay, like I said. And so basically, that's why you need to respect your feelings. That's why you need to feel them and you need to give them the right to be felt so that you understand yourself better, so that you respect yourself better. That's why it's important to respect our emotions. It's important to respect our feelings. Okay? When you respect a certain feeling, you allow it to give you what valuable lesson or what valuable message it has for you. Okay? And then you can learn it and you can let that feeling go. You can let that low vibrational feeling go and it can be replaced with a higher vibrational feeling. Okay? And so that's why you need to be able to respect your feelings and to look at them as valuable, as valid. Okay? Someone that respects themselves, they respect every single thing inside of them. They have empathy for themselves, they have compassion for themselves, and they surely don't stop themselves from experiencing emotions. They surely don't push their emotions away. Okay, so with that being said, um, feeling like you're not worthy is also a feeling that you can respect. It can show you that you have trauma, that you have things that you need to heal, that you have behaviors that um, you're not, you have coping mechanisms that you have to look at and understand that this is how you feel about yourself. If you want to do inner work, you have to dig deeper with yourself. Digging deeper with yourself is what helps you to release those patterns because there are a lot of layers and layers of the pain that you're going through. Okay? Like, for example, you can look like a people pleaser, but it's always because you have this fear of abandonment. So you're trying to adapt and please everybody else so that you cannot be left out, okay? You're afraid of people leaving you. Once you realize and you come face to face with your pain, you come face to face with your feelings, with your fear, and you can finally like look at them as, look, this is what I'm going through, and then um, that gives you the opportunity to release them, okay? And so that's one of the tips that you can use if you want to respect yourself. If you want to start respecting yourself, you can start respecting your feelings and looking at them as valuable and as messengers, okay? And so there are a lot of tips that I can share when it comes to uh, learning how to respect yourself. Another tip is to learn to actually get into the habit of asking yourself, what do you need? Okay. So this is a question that you can ask yourself every time, uh, you, like as soon as you get up. You can ask yourself any time in your day, what do I need right now? Okay. What do I need? What does my body needs? What do my emotions need? What do I need as a person? And then write down everything that you need in that day and try to give it to yourself. The more you try to give yourself what you need, the more you're going to start to feel worthy of what you need. Okay? Because you've given it to yourself, you're going to feel like I must need it. That's what the mind, the subconscious mind, that's the subliminal message that you're sending your mind when you give yourself what you need. Get into the habit of caring about yourself. Okay? This is another step, is to give yourself the opportunity to care about yourself. You have to care about your feelings, especially your feelings. If you feel uncomfortable, get into the habit of, in a disciplined way, try to get out of it. Okay? Why am I saying it a disciplined way? It's because a lot of times our mind will stop us because we're afraid. Okay? And so if you make yourself do it, that's better. So basically, you have to make yourself stop being in a place that's uncomfortable for you. Okay, tune in your tune more okay? Tune into your feelings more, tune into your guidance more, tune into who you are more, okay? More than other people. Maybe you're somebody that tunes into other people's feelings and other people's vibrations more than you. Tune into your own, okay? That's the way. If you want to start respecting yourself, self respect comes from actually looking at yourself as important, okay? And valuable. Looking at every single emotion as valuable and important. Looking at every single need as valuable and important, okay? Most of our needs are very, like, they need to be met. Basically, what I mean with this is they need to be met. So, like, as human beings, we have feelings and we have needs, okay? And if we don't meet our own needs, then we're going to not feel very respected by ourselves. If you have this habit of not tuning into your feelings and if not tuning into your needs, and not therefore you don't even meet those needs and you don't give yourself what you need, then you're gonna always feel like you're disrespecting yourself, because you are disrespecting yourself when you don't tune into yourself, when you don't tune into your needs. You are not respecting yourself, and so therefore you're gonna attract people that don't respect you, okay? Another thing I want to tell you is that please don't wait for other people to respect you and to give you your needs for you to feel respected. I want you to get on them. I want you to be about them, okay? Start with yourself. You need to be the one figuring out um, like whether you feel respected or not. Okay, you need to put it in your own hands. A lot of people feel like if other people don't respect them, then they're not respected. But I need to tell you that you're disrespecting yourself by letting other people have control over this respect thing. Okay, other people shouldn't have control over whether you feel respected or not. Okay, you need to respect yourself, and if they don't respect you, then you need to respect yourself and remove yourself from that situation, okay? If you're with people that don't respect you, you need to be the one to remove yourself from them instead of waiting for them to respect you, okay? So, what I'm saying here is you need to be the one that takes care of you, because you are the adult right now and you're taking care of your inner child. This is doing the work. This is the only thing that's gonna make you manifest all the right people in your life. When you try to let other people love you and to let other people have control over whether you feel loved or not, and so you are at their mercy, when you do that, you end up betraying yourself. What about you? You have power. Like, you can ask for your needs. And if they're not being fulfilled, you can remove yourself from that relationship or whatever. Okay? And you can find people, you can look for people that can actually meet your needs. You can meet your needs through other people, but you can be the one that's looking for that. You don't have to put it in their hands. If you don't respect me, then I guess I'll never be respected. No, if you don't respect me, I'll respect myself and I'll remove myself. I would rather be by myself, alone, on my own, than be with someone that's disrespecting me. That's what self respect really is. When you do that, you're gonna develop more self trust, I promise you, because you will trust yourself more, that you can take care of yourself, that you're not gonna hurt yourself, okay? But when you give a lot of power to other people, okay, when you give a lot of power to other people to respect you, okay, what happens is that you feel a lot of anxiety. You're gonna start to feel like you can't trust yourself. You're gonna start to feel a lot of fear. And that's the reason why a lot of people have anxiety. It's because anxiety comes from not being able to feel safe with ourselves. And that happens because we break promises with ourselves. We don't take care of ourselves. We don't try to, protect ourselves from other people's harm in us, okay? So by protecting yourself from other people harming you means that you set boundaries with them, means that you understand your worth, means that you know that you deserve better, means that you remove yourself from situations that are not serving you. Okay? So I hope that this helps you to start respecting yourself and to understand what is the root issue and why is it that you actually don't respect yourself. Okay? So I love you so much, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and comment, and I will see you in the next video.